Hello, good afternoon. Back for another little chat as usual. It's almost the end of the year, New Year's Eve, and I've got perhaps a bit of a message that I want to share. Had a nice Christmas, by the way, and I hope everyone that's watching this had a great Christmas and had the best Christmas you can have. And hopefully that cancer was a secondary part of Christmas and not the main deal. I think it's so important that while we're going through this that we remember we're living rather than dying. It's so important that your thoughts are focusing on the good stuff as much as you can, although it's hard. What's amazed me during the last year is that this group, which is starting to grow, and with people from all over the world who have got this common bond. We're all suffering from prostate cancer or some kind of cancer, and yeah, it just amazes me still now that I can be talking here to someone who's just about to go to bed in Australia, who's feeling the same feelings that I have, going through exactly the same thing and dealing with it in their way. It's tough. It is tough. It's tough to deal with it, but you've got a chance, I think, when the end of the year comes around to start again. And if you are sort of in a bad place and you're finding it really difficult, then the old New Year's resolutions that we used to make, things like stop smoking, stop eating various foods, gonna go on a diet, that kind of thing, I think we get a chance now to reset ourselves and to perhaps look at the way we're dealing with it and try and think to ourselves, is there any way I can be better at dealing with this? And I've learned a lot this year. I've learned a lot about recognizing my thinking processes and the patterns of thinking I'm having, and I've learned to not believe in everything I'm telling myself as well, because I think it's best not to look too far ahead. It's just to take one day at a time and not to think about all the future's very bleak when you've got stage 4 cancer. I think the future could be amazing. What is the future? Tomorrow is the future. The next day. It doesn't have to be a year away, 6 months away. It can just be the future. It can be after I've finished this video. That's the future. It's something that hasn't happened yet. And when you suffer from something like cancer, the future will seem pretty dark and pretty bleak at times. Especially if you're looking too far ahead. And I think that's what I'm not doing. When I go into the new year, I take January the 1st is a new day. January the 2nd is the next day. That's it. That's how I'm dealing with it. One step at a time, one day at a time. And to also understand that some days are not going to be as good as other days, but so far, in just over 2 years, I've probably had 90% good days, 10% bad days, maybe even better odds than that. despite what I've been telling myself and what I've been trying to convince myself. Sometimes you're sure that you're not going to have a good time, or when I noticed things are getting a bit rough, my body's hurting, and I think that's it. This is how it's always going to be. And then 2 days later, I'm fine again. So I think it is really important to realise that things are never as bad as you think they're going to be, particularly in the near future. And nobody knows really what's going to happen to them, so it's just important just to remember to just keep living, keep yeah, right, okay, I only have scans and things every now and again, they're not every day. I've tried to work out how to deal with scan anxiety by pretending I haven't had the scan and then just waiting for the result to come up as a surprise. I'm not waiting, ringing. I'm trying to put it out of my mind, if you like, because it's done me no good. Being terrified of what a result is, it doesn't change anything. It just so next year I will persevere with keeping myself positive, keeping the channel going. What would be a really nice thing to do, would just to see how far this channel's going, would be if people, once they've seen this video, would just leave me a little comment to tell me where in the world you are, what country you're in, and what town you're in. Just to see how far away you are, and hopefully we got this kind of this brotherhood going, where we really are helping each other by talking, commenting, asking questions. Yeah, I'm no expert, but I will always try and reply, and if people need help, I think this is a start. It's a good place to be, and with so many people with so much experience, we can all sort of club together and share that experience out, share your own experiences with different ways of dealing with your cancer. I'm just grateful to be here. That's one of the things that I feel very strongly about, is the gratitude to actually be able to do this after 2 years, about 26 months of being diagnosed, and still be standing here feeling okay and doing something positive by doing this channel. So I'm really grateful for that, and gratitude is such a powerful thing. And so sometimes it's just we overlook it and see all the bad stuff. Yeah, there is going to be bad stuff. I know I'm going to get bad stuff this year, but I'm sure I could conjure up in my mind how bad it'll be, but I'm sure it won't be as bad as I think it will. So I'm going to do my best to keep the positivity going and to keep these videos going, and look forward to the new year one day at a time, with the emphasis focusing on living and living as well as I can. So thank you very much for listening. Please comment and tell me where you're from, because that would be really interesting. And best wishes for the new year. Hopefully with the new year, if you are finding your mindset's really bad, perhaps this is a chance for you to turn around, to tell yourself that you can change the way you think about stuff. Okay, so happy new year, and I'll see you next year. Bye.